Hi there, this is Two Legs Better. Welcome to my channel. And this is a channel about badminton. And today I'm going to talk about Lin Dan and Li Chongwei. If you are a semi-serious badminton fan, you should have heard of these names. Although it's been a while, it's been almost 7 years, 6-7 years since they both retired from a badminton competition. But if you are interested in playing badminton, you want to get better, these are the two names that you have to know, you have to examine. Now, here's the thing though. Li Chongwei has been world number one for multiple years, might be the longest in history, but he never won one single world championship nor an Olympic championship. That's also considered a world championship because it's a world event, maybe even more important, right? So, and who won? And that's Lin Dan. Lin Dan won everything. He won the Olympic gold medal twice, Asian game gold medal twice, and also won 5 world championships. And Li Chongwei doesn't even win one. And there are other players who won, like Kento Momota and others, and Lo Kan Yu. There are so many players. Victor Axelsen. So many players won world championship, but very few, at least in my book, is even close to Li Chongwei's level. But how did he lose, right? And now there are also debates, Lin Dan, Li Chongwei, are they really that much different? I mean, 2008, of course, Lin Dan just totally dominated. It's not even on the same field, basically. But after that, it seems like Li Chongwei has made up a lot of grounds. Now, in this episode, I'm going to use actual footage to show you the difference between these two. Not all the differences, but I hope that can show you where the differences are. And let's get into that. Okay. All right. So the game is 2011 World Championship Final between Lin Dan and Li Chongwei. That's 2011. And Li Chongwei was 29 years old and Lin Dan was 28 years old. So both of them are basically at the prime of their athletic career, maybe slightly towards the end, but still very, very heightened. I would actually say it's the peak. It's the peak. And that's also 3 years removed from 2008. And before that, that's 2010. In Asian games in the final, that's one of the best single games I've ever seen two players play. Just check it out. And this one is on the same level. If you pick top 3, this one probably is almost definitely there. So now let's get into this. I want to show you something that proves the difference between these two. Okay, I said prove. That's very ambitious here. Okay, now let's see. Let's look at this.
It would be grossly unfair if he doesn't take one of the big titles just because of Lin Dan.
By the way, the voice is Marcel Frost. Marcel said it would be grossly unfair if Li Chongwei couldn't win a world championship just because of Lin Dan. I'm sorry, Marcel. I know you have a heart for Li Chongwei, and he actually tried to coach him up, but this is not how it works. Okay, this is a competition. So, and you win, you win. You lose, right? It's not about fairness. It's about a competition. It's there are so many excuses you can make about any political player, but then again, this is not my point. My point here is to examine the difference between these two. We want to see what's the difference between these two. They are so similar.
Chongwei is just as good.
Yeah, never won the world title, not won the Olympics, not won the Asiad title as well. Lin Dan's won it all.
This is one rally, but this is actually not the one I want to show you. And this is the one I want to show you.
They're toying with each other here.
They are. In many ways, I think this rally can benefit Li Chongwei.
By far the longest rally of the match. Oh, what a touch! What a shot! What a point from Lin Dan.
Okay, it was a great point, but what's the point I want to show you? Okay, let's see. Okay, be patient with me, okay? It's a great shot. Okay, so far you see they almost match for match, you know, shot by shot. Both of them are in control, very positive in body language, always in place, and all the, I don't call it deception, it's a delayed shots, but you try to fake your opponent out. Everything is there. Everything is similar. You can't tell who has a advantage from these rallies. Literally, you can't tell. But see this from now. See this. See if you can tell.
They're toying with each other.
Okay, did you see what I see? Okay, now look at Lin Dan's footwork and look at Li Chongwei's footwork. Now, why I show this? Because this was so amazing when I first noticed this. Because one of them, Lin Dan is lefty and Li Chongwei is righty, right hand, right? So literally they are doing exactly the same shot. Exactly the same shot. Everything is the same. The same corner, you know, so everything is the same. Now, one difference I notice is how many steps each one of them take. So there are two things. One is how many steps. Li Chongwei takes 1 to 2 more steps than Lin Dan. And the second thing is the consistency. Every time Lin Dan does the same and Li Chongwei doesn't. Okay, let me show that to you again. Now look at that. Look at the foot. Look at the footwork. Back to the center. Look at the footwork.
They're toying with each other here.
They are.
Did you see the footwork difference? Now, do we need to see it again? Okay, maybe we'll see it again.
And benefit Li Chongwei. That's so well disguised. He actually did it a few times in the rally, but here.
Okay, now. Okay, see the foot. The foot is near the center. Okay, and see Lin Dan's movement. Okay, and then you see where the foot land, and you see Li Chongwei's footwork. Okay, Li Chongwei's foot a little bit slightly further. Okay, now let's see. Okay, so this one, look where Li Chongwei's foot land, and how many steps he took, right? And look at Lin Dan's steps. Where he's waiting, right? He's waiting for that to come back. And then Li Chongwei did that. This time Li Chongwei actually moved a little bit more. Now, this one is so difficult to see, but you can tell Lin Dan's foot, the left foot is here. Now, another thing you want to notice is both of them are similar build, similar height, similar length. Lin Dan is still a little bit stockier, a little bit stronger look, but Li Chongwei is very fast. We all know that, right? So, look at Li Chongwei's split foot, and that's another thing I really don't like, the split foot. But you know, that's Li Chongwei does it so well, so it's not really a big thing for him. But I think that also contributes. Now you may say this is just a tiny thing, right? It is a tiny thing, but it shows up on every other things as well. Every other shot you played at this level and this level is very different. You know, it's a lot of things. If your racket head is facing up versus facing down, dragging to the ground, it's hard to see this, but say dragging into the ground, it's a huge difference. It is actually a huge difference. For these two, the difference is not as big, but it's still pronounced. It's still noticeable. So, and over the whole period of the game, and it got to manifest itself, right? So now, so this is the difference. Let's after, and you can still, okay, we'll go over to, you can see the last shot of this rally. Look at this. Look at the steps.
They're toying with each other here.
They are. In many ways, I think this rally can benefit Li Chongwei.
By far the longest rally of the
Li
match.
Chongwei moves.
Oh, what a
So
time.
he's basically expecting that again. It's yeah. Okay, so this is one rally. I hope you're with me. I hope you see what you saw that. But now, I kind of want to show you like the end of the first game. Let's take a look at that. Okay, this is the end of the first game.
Excited in Kuala Lumpur. Li Chongwei has gained points.
I can guarantee.
All right.
Every single corner shot everywhere in Kuala Lumpur.
And so Lin Dan made a mistake, pushed it wide. Yeah, see how excited everybody is. Okay. Now look at that. Look at the score. It's 20-18. Okay, and Lin Dan is trailing by 4 points on the first game. The game points, and well, let's see how it transpires after this.
Game points.
So basically, Lin Dan still play very poised. There's nothing extraordinary here, right? Nothing extraordinary here. This is the time. If I'm the coach to Li Chongwei, you gotta be aggressive. You gotta take it. You gotta take the game, right? And for Lin Dan, this is the time. You can't make mistakes, but you also don't want to be too passive, right? So this is the greatness of Lin Dan. It's just that he still plays the same shot. So when the chances present itself, he tries, he attacks. But if not, just to do the regular shots. It actually was not a hard smash, and that kind of caught Li Chongwei off guard a little bit. Li Chongwei was expecting something faster. All right. This one is relatively easy. See? It's under pressure. It's an easy shot, right? It's an easy shot. Of course, Lin Dan is creeping in. Lin Dan was creeping towards the net, so that puts on pressure. But still, you know, it's under pressure. And two saved easily. Wow, that's a great net shot.
That's a big smash by Lin Dan.
And that's a great return by Li Chongwei. Great defense. That is a huge miss. That's a huge miss. Look at this miss. He was still moving backward, Li Chongwei. He was still moving backward, so he wasn't totally in position. It's a little bit forced, the smash. Now it's 19. 3 points, 3 game points came and gone. Anywho, this is so amazing. So this is the first game. Lin Dan saved 3 game points already. And okay, let's see. All right. Good aggression. Good aggression. Li Chongwei, good aggression. It's so unfortunate. So unfortunate. The strains broke. Look at the strain. Look at his strain. The strains broke. Otherwise, he might have won this point. Okay? But of course, he did win the first game. So, but that's 2020 now. So Lin Dan under pressure changed his tactics and almost got back. Okay. Now, look at in the second game. The second game, there's a huge difference after 10 each. But that's okay. I want to look at the final points. Now here, Lin Dan is leading 19-18. Just 1 point leading.
He's bound to be feeling it here because Lin Dan now is 2 points away from another world title.
So a lot of pressure.
Well played by Lin Dan. Oh, he did not go for the big smash down the line.
It's over. He got it back. Unbelievable. It really is.
That was a great rally. Would you agree with me? I mean, it's under a lot of pressure, and Li Chongwei did great, and they both put pressure on each other, and then there's the net court, and Lin Dan got it back. So, and this is the one. Let's take a look at that. Yeah. And it was a great quality for that. And this one is short. This one is short, and Li Chongwei did a great job of smashing that. So that's 19 all. This is Lin Dan. And think about Li Chongwei. It's 19 all. The great. It's critical point. It can't be more important than that, right? And Li Chongwei, what does he do? He regrets back to his habit. This is his habit. His forehand back court, he tend to do that and tend to be loose, a little bit too high. And Lin Dan noticed that, and he still does that. This is a great point. Just lift it high. Just lift it high and play like normal. Did you notice? In critical points, this side, the forehand back court, is where Lin Dan put the shuttles to, send the shuttles to, and that's Li Chongwei's Achilles heel. Well, but still, not everybody can get that though. Okay, probably a lot of players know that, but Lin Dan is a master in terms of getting that. Is this the moment? That's the announcers are asking. All right, so here's the opportunity. Look at that. Look at that. Lin Dan just unfazed. Just a normal play, just a cross-court play, a cross-court defensive return. And it's 20-all. If anything to criticize Li Chongwei's point is on the forehand backcourt, Li Chongwei tend to the technique is not perfect.
Deep press from Li Chongwei. We're into extra points. You knew it was coming, didn't you?
No, I'm just guessing.
He's left it.
Lin Dan was aggressive, attacking, and then just lift, right? The lift was high because Li Chongwei had a delay, had a stop and go, and that caught Lin Dan off guard a little bit. So, but Lin Dan was a little bit, all right, okay. So this, look at that.
And he's rightly left it. That's good for Li Chongwei. He can taste gold.
A second championship, gold medal point. It's just so close.
What does he dare to play? Come on. Flip the tape. Unmatched point. How to play a shot like that.
This is just amazing. Okay, it's game point. It's championship point. How you play a shot like that? You click the tip. It's just amazing. However, you look at what exactly happened here. Okay. Now, this one is a half smash. Okay, so that's okay. And Lin Dan was seeing that, so Li Chongwei is moving to the left side, and Lin Dan put it back, right? Put it back to the net. Now, Lin Dan, after putting it back, Lin Dan didn't move. He stayed there. Now, if Li Chongwei, what he should have done is to lift it to the back court. But maybe he's afraid of Lin Dan's smash. That's also possible. But I would say that's less risky than this shot. See that? Almost before he hits it, Lin Dan already getting ready to pounce on that. And this is why he can play such a high quality shot. He just clipped the tip. And look at that. He's already there. See? He's already there. And click the tip. It's the rest is just history, There's nothing Li Chongwei has done can do after that point to win that. Yeah, this is everything at the best. There's no way Li Chongwei can defend this. So. Look at the coach. Look at Misbin. Smash! Oh. See? Three shots to the forehand backcourt to Li Chongwei. It's forehand. It's just so. But Lin Dan's strategy is so clear, right? Just whenever possible, just send it there.
Now Lin Dan has his first match point. And suddenly the pressure is heaped onto the shoulders of Lee Chongwei.
Look at this. Look at this.
It was a fine.
See how close it is. A little bit higher, a little bit, it would go become a winner. But Lin Dan is there though. Lin Dan is already in place. So even if it clicked the chip and went over, there's a chance Lin Dan can get it back. So Lin Dan is in position. So yeah, it's lucky, kind of lucky for Lin Dan, but you know, he created his own luck.
That is
Explain more to this point,
but clearly
of his own.
All right.
Is he going to break the heart of Lee Chongwei again?
See?
going on.
Forehand. Forehand. Done. Okay, so what do you think after watch these point reviews from me, and what's your view on Lin Dan and Lee Chongwei? I don't know. I mean I maintain my view. I maintain the point that I think Lee Chongwei is great. Lee Chongwei probably is greater than everybody else other than Lin Dan. But Lin Dan is just a cut above, right? And this is one of the closest Lee Chongwei has gotten to the World Championship against Lin Dan. It's just it's unfortunate for him to lose, but I think there are things we can learn from this, right? You got to be able to break your tendencies at crunch times. And of course, Lin Dan, you think about Lin Dan didn't do anything too spectacular. He stayed his ground, but he didn't really do anything, you know, extraordinary, outlandish, you know, to win the points. He just did what he was supposed to do. This is the point. This is the point that I want to make is in badminton, if your fundamentals is there, everything else is there. And that's why I'm not obsessed with trick shots. I'm you know, like fakes, deceptions, all these things. If your fundamentals is there, and these things will be there. So, and thank you for listening. And this is 2 Legs Better from New Zealand. And please subscribe and please come back. I'll bring you more episodes in the future. And hopefully we'll learn something from these two masters. Truly, two masters. And the badminton world has ever seen. And so long from New Zealand. See you next time.